Hey guys, welcome back to Raincode. Let's carry on where we left off. We've got a murder to solve, and we're running out of
Get to the church
time.
from Kamasaki district. Time is short.
Exactly. Furio is indeed in danger. He's put his ass on the line for us because he won't call us off the case. And Sith Burrows is threatening to have him, I don't know, arrested, executed, one or the other. Let's find our way to the church to learn some more lore about the Nail Man, because obviously that's relevant to this case. We need to find... I was about to say the Blackened, but no, we're just trying to find the regular old murderer. Okay, Shinigami, thank you for directing me. I was looking at the mini-map and then I realized you were just pointing which way we needed to go. The church must be here, in the red light district somewhere. Whoa. Spooky. Surprised there are no neon lights adorning it.
The Mailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
Shinigami, you are a literal death goddess, okay? If there are ghosts here, you should be in command of them, because they're dead. Kokohead's just had enough of this shit.
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Oh, I thought it's because they frown upon your gambling habits.
Huh? Why is that?
I don't know if churches are entirely devoid of value, right? Like, especially the older ones, there must be some treasures hidden within.
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen.
Ah, of course, that's the problem with Kanai Ward. Everyone's just praying too much, not doing enough paying.
There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Yeah, I don't know about looking to you for help. Halara, you're quite expensive, although people do donate a lot of money to the churches, so...
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the peacekeepers.
Yes, we look like people on assignment for the peacekeepers, don't we?
Is it okay to lie like that?
Shinigami, can you please stop trembling? You're making me anxious.
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required.
Yeah, come on, Kokohead. Let's load up our lie bullets and take a back route into this joint.
Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Wow, okay. I mean, we are taking a literal back route. We're heading to the back of the church. What the hell is going on here?
What is it you wanted to speak about?
Is this Satan's house? Like, oh goodness me, even the churchgoers here have character. My goodness.
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
We're on assignment for them. We're not actual peacekeepers.
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
Interesting. Some more characters have been thrown into the mix. Could one of these guys potentially be the murderer? I guess we're not going to find out because no one wants to talk.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone?
Tombstone?
Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Of all the similes you could have made, I mean, I guess I'm short like one, but still.
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
I guess this is our first case where we actually have to interrogate people, because the massacre on the Amaterasu Express didn't exactly leave us with a bunch of people we could question.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
That is true, that if Hilara did ask questions, it would go faster, but we have to learn at some point.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
We're the intern.
Time for an investigation.
Indeed. Well, I guess Shinigami's excited now. She's stopped trembling. Hilara, any advice before I dive right in?
Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
I don't know, a police lineup?
You'll speak to them all eventually anyway. Just talk to them one by one.
Will do. Alright, start with the left.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church.
Oh, cleaning, huh? Like killing people? Killing vagrants? Is that it? Is that in your job description?
I also care for the forest.
Ooh, suspicious.
Do you know anything about the mailman?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night.
Well, yeah, like most people. Thank you, servant.
When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Sounds like a lot of people want a lot of people dead here.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Well, you said it, Shinigami.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Okay, so some information from the servant there. The priest.
Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations.
Nice, nice.
Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Well, you good on him. You know, he's proud to be a man of the cloth. I wish I could be proud of my profession. I am proud of my
about the
profession, but
mailman?
still.
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the Nail Man.
Well, it's no longer a fantasy. He's been made manifest.
Salvation? The people of the city must be crazy if they look to the mailman for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel.
In this city, this dreary-ass Kanai Ward, yeah, I can see it happening.
I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Like the Mystery Labyrinth? Please don't tie me up in there. I need to get out.
Isn't it basically already like that?
Okay, now you, Missy. What's going on with your arm there?
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
Sorry, I don't trust people with those kind of ears anymore, especially after the Amaterasu Express.
You got some nerve. Calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice?
Choir practice? You with who exactly? I thought we called everyone out here.
I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
Yeah, you definitely share her type, don't
I'll
you?
have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
Oh.
I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Papa, huh?
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this mailman?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night.
Just the one guy nailing up dolls? I thought it was the people requesting murders to take place that were nailing them up.
Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really.
True, but I'm sure it fits the aesthetic of this place.
In other words, it's totally metal.
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare. It's nothing.
Okay. I can stare somewhere else if you want.
I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Well, that's a combination of words I never thought I'd ever read. Death metal choir.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Sorry.
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure it.
Okay, thank you, servant.
I see.
Well, at least I got the answer to that question. Last but not least,
Excuse me, but you are...
worshipper.
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
I do?
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the Nail Man and you don't know who I am?
Oh, are you the Nail Man's son?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right. I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I mean, that's why she's a master detective and we're not.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am.
Was it blood that you were baptized in, perchance?
But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nail Man.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
Do you have a Nail Man podcast?
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
Is he who you expected to be the Nail Man?
I think he was framed.
Ooh, good choice of words considering we're talking about the Nail Man here.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously.
Obviously.
The peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
Yeah, but given the amount of dolls that are supposedly in your forest, the Nail Man must have his hands full a lot of the time. It's a full-time job.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony.
Surely we'll find our victim's doll in the forest, right? With her name on it?
Whoever's name is on it is the Nail Man's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nail Man.
Is that something you've done?
Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner.
Are you sure? You sound like you enjoy the hunt of the Nail Man rather than catching him.
I was so close to meeting the Nail Man.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nail Man and doesn't care about preventing the murders.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering why he called the peacekeepers.
So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
Yeah, so
I've
is everybody
talked to
here.
everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Oh, okay.
Does that mean I should gather more information?
What if it's literally impossible to secure victory on your turn, like in a normal turn-based game? What do I do then?
What else should I ask about?
Do I just act like Sans and not play my turn until they get bored and surrender? Past Nailman murders.
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nail Man, including all past cases, obviously.
Cool.
I was the first to find the body every time.
Okay. Very suspicious, creepy, and dude, touch some grass, man. Shit.
Huh? Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it.
But you never got to meet them in the Nail Man. I almost said the mailman. I knew that was going to happen at some
I
point.
find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
It does, but it's so suspicious that we have to rule him out.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would.
Because why would you confess to that?
The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body.
Huh.
All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Mm-hmm. But there was always a way out. We've got a pretty obvious one at the clock tower.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower.
Okay, but I heard that there are a dozen dolls in the forest. How come only 3 cases?
The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place.
Ooh.
At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him.
Personal interest, you say?
And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest.
I'm wondering why this guy didn't, like, set someone up to be killed by the Nailman, right? That would make it an easy task to track him down if you just, say, put the nun's name on a doll and stuck it in the forest.
I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
I have to know more about this guy.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah. All of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails. And also, the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
I get it too, but geez, man. You're playing with fire.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district.
Okay, and then the third one was the art gallery, I believe.
About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman.
So, you say doll as in just one, but the one at the clock tower, there were heaps and heaps of dolls pinned to the walls.
By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward.
Did, like, the woman stumble upon the Nailman's bedroom or something? Was he sleeping in there? Was that his headquarters?
The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now.
Well, it's gonna be the fourth and last one, I'm afraid.
I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Okay. Past Nailman murders. This information was obtained from the church worshipper who knew about the past Nailman murders. So we've already got a couple discrepancies with regards to the number of dolls that were there. We do have the body. That's common. Same with the locked room. Let's ask about the dolls.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something?
No, I work exclusively with the Peacekeepers. I'm born and bred Kanai Ward. I'm ignorant.
Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time.
They must have wanted a piece of the action with regards to the Nailman, right? Easy sales.
They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Yep. Okay, good to know. Anything strange has happened?
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a big question.
Yeah, you know, just fishing. Okay, thank you. Let me do my thing. I'm training.
Now that you mention it,
See?
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's definitely odd.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
A rope, like someone used to climb out of the clock tower, perchance?
Can you try drawing what it looked like?
Oh god, I can't wait to see this.
It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
Like a rope ladder? Of some kind?
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
Ugh.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out.
Wow.
But I was too late. It was completely incinerated.
So, our culprit is definitely related to the church somehow.
I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
Or a really good baseball thrower.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Yep. Good to know. The burnt remains of a strangely shaped rope found in the church incinerator. Lastly, about the suspect.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin?
Yeah, that guy.
I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nailman.
Suspected nailman.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
He's more of a clock man.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Why is that? Is he some sort of spirit of vengeance?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nailman was born out of our situation.
You mean the nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest.
So I wonder how the nailman chooses his victims then. If people are nailing dolls, not all of them are being responded to.
If the Nailman acts as their agent, then they are also the Nailman. In a way.
Yes, we're all nailmen.
That's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The Nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
We don't even know the victim. That's everything. Is victory within sight
I
now?
think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice.
Oh,
Thank you for your cooperation.
cool. Surprised you didn't charge them for her time. Coming! My short little legs trying to help me catch up to her.
You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Oh yes, it's definitely the servant.
Huh?
Then
You
again,
need to remember every face, so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
he's the one who revealed the presence of a rope ladder.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best
yes,
not
of
to
course.
scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Chronologically?
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
Okay, let's answer these questions proper. Happened at the secret club in Kamasaki district.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Okay, are these places still closed? Can we look around the church a little bit more? We do have some room to explore. Stone monument.
I'm sure.
This fox must be the church's symbol.
Come on.
An otherwise fine atmosphere spoiled by a lame-ass fox. A gargoyle would really tie the place together. I don't disagree. Like, seriously, it would fit right in. Anything back here? Oh, another memory fragment. Oh, memory shard, sorry. Emerald. We'll take a look at that in a moment. For now, anything else? You can still talk to these guys. That rope. What was it for?
That's...
I think it might have something to do with the case. I'm sorry if it doesn't help. No, we need all the information we can get right now. Thank you for telling us about it. Good man.
Impossible!
To think that G.A. Colan was the mailman.
No.
The culprit's identity hasn't been confirmed yet.
May God be with you.
He is not to blame. He was merely carrying out the will of the people. I don't think he's really listening. Or looking at me. I hope that injury on your right arm heals quickly. How about you mind your own business? Right in the gut. Yeah, she didn't mince words.
The Nailman exists!
If you ever want to ask about the Nailman, you can come to me. I'll tell you anything. But in exchange, if you find out who the next target of the Nailman is, you better tell me.
Yes.
Sure, although I think you're probably well versed in that, rather than me. You'll probably find out before I do. Anything over here? Just another stone monument.
I'm sure.
Okay, our latest memory shard. It's the second one, it seems. Gab with Vivian. Let's view this memory. I just realized we have hints, so I can use that to find them. I thought that were the names of the memory shards.
Whew. Finally finished a bunch of chores. Maybe I should go make some coffee.
God, this guy's shoulders. He's got the weight of the world on him. Whoa, that's you.
Sorry. I had some soot in my nose.
Vivia, you were in there?
Yeah, I was here the whole time.
You could have at least said you were there. You scared me.
Oh, were you just in the fireplace and then somehow we didn't notice you were standing in front of us?
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'll start doing that next time.
I don't mind, so please do.
Yuma, you're too kind. You never mind talking to me.
Yeah, well, you know, you're bearable to talk to compared to some of the others. Someone doesn't know the difference between tea or coffee. Someone wants to literally take my arm as payment because I can't afford the debts.
You know, I wonder why he always crawls into cramped spaces like that.
Because he's a human cat.
You find it calming in there, right? But wouldn't you be better off on a couch or bed?
If comfort level must be quantified in terms of the physical strain on your body, then yes.
Someone buy this man a kennel.
But this reminds me of something.
Reminds you of what?
Well, what do you think?
What Vivia remembers when he's inside the fireplace.
Being in the womb. Good memories.
Is it a good memory?
Yes, that's correct. When I was young, my parents would always discipline me by locking me in the storage room.
I see.
When I'm in here, I can relive those memories.
I see.
Huh? They don't sound like nice memories if you were locked in there. That seems pretty traumatic to me.
Actually, it was the one time I was alone and had all the time in the world to think about what I wanted to do with my life.
No, those are good memories for me. I have many brothers. We all yearned for our parents' love. So, no matter what shape or form it took, I was happy when my parents paid attention to me.
Damn.
I see.
I know. How about you join me, Yuma?
I suppose I'm small enough that we can both fit in there.
Once you get used to the back pain, it's actually not so bad in here.
No, I think I'll pass.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown closer.
We seem to have grown closer indeed. We'd be very close if we shared that fireplace together, but alas. Okay, time to head to that secret club. Wonder what clues we're gonna find. Magnificent tree. This tree is big and majestic and all, but there's something unsettling about it.
That's true.
I think it's because of how twisted and distorted it is. Yeah, very magnificent that it's distorted and twisted.
Halara, I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
Especially given what we know about the peacekeepers, they like to clean up the scene, right? Hide any mistakes they may have made.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
Anything but a nightmare?
Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
Right? She knows what she wants. Let's pursue it.
Where's the secret club?
You tell me. Oh god, she's just looking around. Over here it seems.
Mystery. I'm all hyped up.
You know anything about the secret club here? You guys look secretive. He's just glaring at us. Let's not talk to this guy. Right. Okay.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
Well, the owner's dead.
No
Who's
doubt
gonna try
they'll
and
shirk
reopen
their
it?
obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Oh, but it says keep out, Halara. We can't go in there. I guess we can.
It's open. Let's go inside.
Come on, Kokohead. Pick your balls up off the floor and let's go. Goodness. Not like we have to bend down far to get them. We're so short. Okay. Damn, slot machines are still running. Cool. Chalk outline on the wall. Anything else we can look at before we proceed? Nope. That's a lot of nails. There's even nails above as well. Must have been where the doll was. But yeah, as you can see, this room isn't filled with dolls, or, I mean, nails on the nail holes on the wall, right?
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is
Probably.
Sugima Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
That's what the loading screen said.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out.
Especially if that door was locked.
At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground.
And it's a casino. They typically frown upon that.
There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room
That sprite. God.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I don't know. This is an underground casino. Something speaks to me like a secret way out, you know?
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Especially if like there's a peacekeeper raid or something, the owner must have had like a secret way out. How does he not have an office down here?
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte.
My forte is postcognition, the power to see the past.
Holy shit, that's a very powerful forte.
However, it can only be used at murder scenes.
Interesting, okay.
To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered. Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
So define discovered. Like discovered as in the first person on the scene discovering it, or the killer? Because the killer technically discovers their own crime scene once they've committed the murder, right?
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
Right?
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene.
What if it was just someone walking past and they just spared like a glance at it? They didn't realize it was a crime scene. They just like looked at it accidentally and then carried on about their day.
Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
Okay, so a third party. I suppose that's one way of defining it.
The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there.
Huh. Wow. That is very specific.
When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger.
I like how she's answering all my questions straight away. So it doesn't matter if someone gave it a cursory glance or not. If they looked at it, boom. Everything that was at the crime scene at that time goes into her mind.
Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found.
And it can't be the killer witnessing his own crime.
Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence.
Very handy that I can share in her forte as well.
It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry!
Hey, I'm a hoot to hang around with, okay?
Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Please don't.
Of course not.
Halara's forte is postcognition. It shows the crime scene as it was when first discovered. It's a key. Okay, I did see that this slot machine here is offline, and looks like there's... I was going to say, is there blood on it? But no, I think... Can't tell if it's a reflection of the wall. I think it's just a reflection. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay. Halara?
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my postcognition. Oh, I thought we could share in it. Guess not. We can speak to Shinigami. Anything back here? No. No other way in or out. Okay.
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
Oh.
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
Dread. Guilt. Sickness.
You know, when the other master detectives use their powers?
Right.
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears.
Imagine if, you know, we're like Peter Petrelli from Heroes, and we just absorbed everyone's fortes, and we could use any of their fortes of the ones on the Amaterasu Express.
Right.
That'd be great.
I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power.
Is that my forte, or is that just one of my skills?
On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate.
Why are you so vague about certain rules?
You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Look at you blush. Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
Kokohead will tap that.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active.
Will she give me permission?
That's it.
She'll want her exclusive skill all to herself.
Okay, I can do that.
Halara, can I hold your hand? Please.
Halara.
Don't disturb me.
Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Oh, are we being recorded, or is that just us trying to
Coalescence.
beg?
Hold hands. You and me.
Yes.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
You're my assistant, and I'm ordering you to hold my hand.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
Please.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Yeah, not that kind of friendly. Partners.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Oh, well, now you said it.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
How about we gamble for it?
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
Great. I will relish that fact and take comfort in it.
I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Well, this is professional hand-holding.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Hand-holding. 5 million shit.
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Thank you. Here we go. Come on, it's safe. Here goes. Whoa. Oh, sick. That's awesome. Can we walk freely, or do we just have to look from a fixed angle? Look at Shinigami.
Sweet. Everything looks different than a moment ago.
Like a freaking tourist.
Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Okay, so there were multiple dolls. They were just not all nailed to the wall. They were also nailed on the tables, too.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte.
Can I get a credit on my bill, then?
Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all.
Of course.
This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
She's smiling. Or they're smiling. Investigation. Okay. Examine around the table. Or we can examine the corpse's original location. Around the counter. Alright, well, let's start with the table. It was the closest. Roulette table. There's a roulette table. Probably hasn't been used since the incident. It's covered in dust. There don't appear to be any clues on top of the roulette table. There's nothing underneath either. We should check someplace else. Right, let's do that. I guess if we want to look at it from the past, we need to speak with Halara. Okay. Corpse's original location. The vent. There's a vent here. The four corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it'll open. I doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this.
But
It's too early to conclude there's no useful information. Compare it with what was seen in post-cognition. Right, I'll give it a try. I did see there was a button we could press, so let's go ahead and do that. Whoa. Okay.
Body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real.
Such a bizarre case, I love it.
There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
He's made a big note about the fact that it was quiet. Doll on the wall.
I knew it.
Sure enough, the secret club has dolls nailed to the wall too.
yeah,
That must be the nailman's calling card. They're nailed into the wall seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else. The vent's still there, it's still screwed.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on.
Scratch that, it's not screwed, but the cover's in place.
Which means it could be easily removed, right?
what are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult could probably pass through.
Thin. Guess that narrows our list of suspects. At the time of the murder, the cover was not screwed down. A slender adult might be able to get through it. Okay. The corpse itself.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old.
Jeez. Didn't realize he was 60. He looks more like 50. Maybe even his late 40s.
His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him. Signs that he was strangled.
Same marks.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
Thank you.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. I'm such an awesome mentor.
It was all you, Shinigami. Thank you for carrying me through these investigations.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
And how? How do they clear the club out of all its patrons to get this job done? There were signs of strangulation and vertical scratch marks on the victim's neck. Same rope was probably used to access the vents. You don't need to be 3 meters tall for that. Alright.
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
I did.
Below the vent? Huh, Some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or they were used as stepping stones.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason?
Some of the nails beneath the vent are bent downward. Okay. Around the counter. Gloss on the counter. There's a gloss on the counter. There's a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. A key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, we should use postcognition. Right, got it. There we go. Let's take a look.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
God, this is bright.
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
I'm glad that you met me as well. Simply because I could easily satisfy you like this. There was a room key inside the glass on the counter. Anything else around here? Doesn't look like it. Nothing down here either. Slot machine?
Yeah.
Interesting. That slot machine there, the one that was not working, it's fully grayed out. As if it wasn't there. The slot machine is spotless. It was well taken care of. There's nothing here of interest.
Yeah.
Seems that way. Let's check someplace else. Right. Huh. Interesting.
What a rich fragrance! How about a taste, Master?
Are you bartending right now? Check around the entrance. Got a counter seat.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeepers did so, or the staff here did. Either way, it's not something to worry about. True, I'll check someplace else. Entrance door.
What does that mean?
When the body was discovered, the store was locked from the inside. There's no other way into or out of the room. In other words, it's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery. Things are heating up. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Anything different? Got knocked over counter seats.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower.
That was the witness discovering the scene.
But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
Are we going to examine all three crime scenes like this? My goodness.
That's...
The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. There's not much we can get from it other than the fact that it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere. Right. Okay, nothing else here. Back to the table.
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here. Never mind, I guess we're ending the investigation, but I haven't checked this in post-cognition yet. I'm gonna have a look at that doll that's nailed here. Was this moved during the incident? As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem related to the case.
yeah.
Yeah, let's check another place. Okay.
That's...
There's a doll nailed to the roulette table, too.
I see.
There's also a doll nailed here, right in the middle of the roulette wheel. The doll itself seems to be the same as the others. There doesn't seem to be anything noteworthy. That is in and of itself sufficient knowledge. Let's check someplace else. Okay, well, there wasn't anything here in the end anyway. Good to know. Let's end our investigation. Done.
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition.
Again, I would like a credit to my bill.
It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I can see that being inconvenient.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locker room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Yuma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
Well, a couple more crime scenes to investigate. Let's make our way over.